Hello, this is my video submission for the instructor position with iDTech. So I will begin with an introduction. My name is Jake Weber. I am a junior studying computer science at the University of Central Florida. And what is interesting is I have actually recently found an interest for more the hardware side, and I think I'm going to go into computer engineering in the future, but I still have a strong foundation in software and programming and computers. So something that may be exciting is that I am on the table tennis club at UCF. I am the current vice president and soon to be president next year. So we manage the club. We have over 100 members. It's a lot of fun. We meet a lot of new players. We promote, we host events, tournaments, and I'm on the team. We compete. So I will briefly give a demonstration of something cool I've accomplished or a project that I've done in the past. Last year, it is my biggest project up to date, and we built a compiler based on the PL-0 programming language. We worked in teams of two. Here's a grammar for the language that the program is based off of. Here is what that code looks like. It took us about 3 months to work on this. This is the first program, it's 1100 lines, and the second one, which is about 300 lines, 400. And I'll show you that working right now. So I'm going to compile the main program, and I'm going to run it with the input file. So here, this is reprinting what the input file looks like, and it's saying no syntax, it's syntactically correct, and because of that we can generate assembly code, which code goes here, and we can then compile the second program, which takes that output that was generated here, the assembly code, and it processes it. Here's that happening, and the output is 30. I will now give the demonstration for the lesson, and I will try to do this in one take, just like it would be in the real world. So please excuse any pauses or mistakes that I make along the way. Okay, so this lesson will be on Java, ages 7 to 19, beginner to advanced. But this will be directed towards the very beginner, someone who has never seen any programming or any Java, so maybe likely on the younger side. So I'll start by introducing myself. Hello, my name is Jake. Nice to meet you. I will be your instructor for the Java course. Okay, so let's get started and look at Java. So here's a very basic program, a very basic Java program. So what is Java? Java is, it's a programming language. Keyword language. So with any language, we are learning new vocabulary, new grammar, right? So do you know any other languages? Okay, so you know Spanish, you know English. Maybe let's add a third language onto that, and you know Java. So with any language, we are going to learn. So let's look at the language actually. So we have class, tutorial, curly brace, public, static, void. So are you noticing any patterns here? Right. So the words are English, but do they make any sense? Can you tell what they're trying to say? No. So the it's not it's they're English words, but it doesn't make sense. Why? It's another language, right? So we don't understand the language yet. So I want to introduce you to this vocabulary word. It is called syntax. Can you say syntax? Okay. It's a weird word. What does it mean? And I have the definition here. The arrangement of words and phrases to create well-formed sentences in a language. So what does that mean? All right, the syntax of English. What does that mean? Maybe the way you're forming words in a sentence. So maybe think, Jake, my name is. That doesn't make sense. It's my name is Jake. I'm forming the sentence differently. That is what syntax is. So if we go back here, we have the syntax of Java is we're forming these words in a way that doesn't make sense to us, but it is part of the language. So that is the first kind of word I want you to learn and thing I want you to look at. So when you see a Java program, I don't want you to be intimidated by what does all this mean? It's simply the syntax. We're forming words in a certain way, and this is thing you can pick this up later as you go. But the next thing I want you to recognize is we see lines. It's numbered 1, 2, 3, 4 through 11. Line 1, we have text. Line 2 is empty. We have line 3 is very long. Line 4, once again, empty, blank. Line 5, etc., right? So every programming language is separated by lines. And that is the next thing I want you to be aware of. So we have, within a programming language, we have syntax and we have lines. And the next thing, we have is, I want you to look at kind of why is not every line like on the same, like why is not every line like just starting from the left, like like why is not every line just starting on the left? So indenting, right? So you indent that's what it's called. I'll write it here. Indent. And right, so you indent your paragraphs. Let's go back here. So this is the same thing. We are indenting every after every curly brace. So that is simply the structure of Java. But really every programming language has these indents and kind of this formation. You can kind of think of it like a sandwich. So we have like the buns or a hamburger. We have the buns here. And then we have like the next layer. We have like cheese and then like lettuce or something. And in the very middle we have the meat, the burger. So what's the most important part of a burger? Or right, yeah, the meat. So the burger, right? The middle. So that's actually what I want to focus on is the middle, this line specifically. So we have three things about the language. So we know the syntax. So what is the syntax? Right, the formation of the words. We have lines, right? And then we have indents. So, and then we have this line. So I'm gonna write this line out. We have int, int, int Zach equals, what do we say? Equals 13. So I'm gonna briefly break this line down, and then we can finish. We have int. What is int? Well, int means integer. Have you seen the word integer in any of your math classes? Right. So integer is a number. It's a whole number, and it can be negative, 0, positive. Right. So from this line, so we have an integer. We have Zach. What is Zach? Right. That's a name. So now we have an integer or a number, and its name is Zach. Now, right, with any number, every number, like we can't just say the number, it's a number. We say what the number is. What is the number here? The number is 13. So now we have a number. The number is 13, and its name is Zach. So it's okay. So I was running out of time, but I would then try to wrap it up by going back over everything we learned. So syntax, lines, indent, int, Zach, the whole line. I would try to just mini quiz on, maybe I'll ask them, hey, can you create an integer? Let's name it Bob, and Bob is 15, and go from there. So that is a lesson. I was running out of time, but so I just want to say thank you for the opportunity. I hope you guys consider me. I would be very excited for this role. I like working with kids. I have family that I hang out with a lot, and younger cousins, and I like them a lot. And I would be really grateful for this opportunity. It combines two things I really like with computers and teaching. And thank you very much.